All right, so today I want to talk about your goals, setting goals, reaching goals, focusing on your goals, becoming your goals, what it actually takes to accomplish those goals and move towards them rather than just being stagnant or actually moving away from them. So, um, defining your goals. You need to have a target. Um, you need to have something. Okay, so everybody talks about, having a goal and having a target and having something you're going towards, you're pointing at, something that you're looking towards, you're looking for, and you're moving towards, right? But nobody really talks about, like, the closer that you have that goal and the bigger the target is, like, the bigger it is, then like the smaller it is, the harder it's going to be to hit. So the bigger it is and the closer it is, the easier it is. It's going to be to hit, right? It's like, does that make sense? So it's not really about just being perfect and hitting the mark perfectly every time and getting really, really good, like it is. But like that comes with time, and like that comes over time. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't just happen overnight, obviously. But like getting really good and really precise at a far range, especially like with a bow. I used to deer hunt all the time. And out here. So anyways, like you get good with practice, you know what I mean? You get good with volume, you get good with taking shots, with taking risk, doing things, moving forward, failing, falling, getting back up, um, correcting yourself, correcting others, but like fixing what you've messed up. Do you know what I'm saying? And you get good, you get better with each shot, if that makes sense. So when you define your goals, you want a massively detailed and a large in-your-face target to hit. So whenever you define what your goal is, don't just say, he talks about it in his book, Hoffman, David Hoffman, Wolf Hoffman. Anyways, his last name is Hoffman. He was a magician. He is a magician, and but he does like coaching and um, wrote a book. Anyways, he does a lot of stuff. So in his book that I'm reading right now, he talks about, you don't want to just say like, I want to be rich. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to define like what is like the exact number of rich. What is rich to you? Rather than just saying I want a car, like I want a really nice car, I want whatever, like you need to define what kind of car you specifically want. And I mean, I know like a lot of people say this, but like you need to know what you want, like down to the detail. And like literally the more you know what you want, then like the easier it's going to be to get it. And I don't want to say easy and like, because it's going to be hard. Like there's going to be stuff that like this is uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be hard. You're going to have to do things that you don't want to do, like getting up early every morning. You're going to have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Like it's going to be hard. It's not going to just be an easy lackadaisical walk in the park, like getting what you want. Like you're going to have to do things that you don't want to do and put yourself in situations that you don't necessarily want to be in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to do stuff that you don't want to do. So anyways, I like doing this, but at the same time, like it was scary at first, at least, and there's a lot of times that I don't want to do it. So anyways, you need to have a massively detailed and large target, like right in your face. And so the closer you can bring it, a lot of people talk about this as like quantum leaping or quantum jumping, like whatever. And literally it's just Belfort talks about it, but it's acting as if you are already that person, you already have that thing, You're already there, acting as if you already got the girl, like as if the sale is already yours. You know what I'm saying? And so when you're talking to people, it changes your whole demeanor, because you're not talking to people as like you're here and they're here. You know what I mean? Like you're here, they're there, whatever. Like it's like y'all are on the same, like you're right here. Like you're here and y'all are together. You know what I'm saying? It's like you've already sold it. You've already married the girl. Like you've already done it. You know what I mean? Like you're already driving the car, even if you're driving a piece of crap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like even if you're doing something that you don't necessarily want to be doing, but if you're acting, and you can't just be acting as if and then not doing anything different and just staying where you are, because that's just like denial. I say delusion, but like you want to live in delusion, but you need to be taking steps and actions that are going to get you towards where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to take steps and do things that get you towards your goal. Like not just sitting there living in delusion and like la la land. Like you need to be really delusional and like have a like strong belief in yourself that you can actually do it. Like doing this channel, like I think I can actually do it. You know what I mean? Like Henry Ford, I think it was, yeah, he was like, if you think you can, then you probably can. So like you need to be able to believe in yourself like that, and like have big goals and big dreams and, you know, hopes and faith, basically, so to speak. Like you got to have faith, but at the same time you have to take like physical actionable steps to get there as well. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Cool. All right, so the next thing, the closer, okay, so we've got our target. It's very detailed down to every nook and nit and cranny that we want. You know what I'm saying? It's not just I want to be rich, but it's like exactly how much money I want. I don't want to say how I'm gonna do it, because how I'm gonna do it changes from day to day with like each lesson that I learn. But like you need to decide an avenue that you want. So like, do you want to do real estate? Do you want to do content creation? You know, making videos? Do you want to be a videographer, a video editor? Like what do you want to go into? Copywriting, e-commerce, whatever it is that like you want to go into. Like you need to decide an avenue and like stick with it and get really good at it. Like that's one thing I really struggled with direction for the past like few years, like a while, because I'm just like hopping like shiny object syndrome, like hopping from one thing to the next and like not really sticking with anything, because I didn't really have a purpose and I didn't really know why I was doing what I was doing. Like I'd say 4 or 5 years ago, I had a really strong drive, and I felt like I knew exactly what I was supposed to be doing, which was basically this. Like I didn't really think it would look like this, but like I knew that that I was supposed to be speaking and that I was supposed to be doing something along these lines, if that makes sense. But I guess I allowed a lot of outside factors to influence my decision making, and so I just kind of veered way to the left or the right or whatever, and I went out in left field somewhere and just kind of took a big turn. And so my life has literally just made like a full circle, and I'm kind of like, most of my beliefs that I believed back then, like I feel like a lot of them, they've matured, and I think I've matured a little bit, you know, like at least like, you know, it's been 5 years. Like I think I've grown up a little bit, but yeah. Anyways, so you need to have a big target. It needs to be very detailed, but whenever you bring it closer, it's like you're closing the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It's like you're already living in that reality as that person, doing that thing, being that dude. So let's do that. So some people call it quantum leaping, just already being that person, closing the gap. All right, so my goal. I'm not even really gonna share that with you. Basically, I want to build a brand. That's my goal. I want to build this channel, my social medias, and basically, I want to inspire. I want to travel and I want to speak. Like that's my dream. That's my goal. I really I want to inspire people to basically, I guess, be the best version of themselves. But that sounds so cliche. But it's like to just grow up. Like there's so many people that have so much potential and that can do so many great things, but like whether it's like quilting or knitting or baseball or soccer or like whatever it is, I mean woodworking, like anything, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to like create content like this or to make money or build a brand, or you know what I'm saying? Like you don't even really have to talk. Like you can, I mean, like, yeah, you could use AI and do like automated whatever. I'm not really a fan of that. It's just weird, but in my opinion. But if you want to like do stuff with your hands, you know what I'm saying? Like do physical things outside and just learn how to video it and edit it, and yeah, you could use AI for that. But anyways, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you have something different that you want to pursue and that you want to build and like build a life out of and do something with, like I want to help you do, like I want to inspire you to do that, if that makes sense. But there's so many, like, if you love your job, you love what you do, you love your career, where you're going, your life, whatever, like this isn't for you, really. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not making this video for you. Like I mean, if you're kind of like in between, like on the fence, and like your life's okay but you know it could be a lot better, then yeah, definitely, like I want to help you improve your life. But also more of like the people that are just like stuck somewhere they don't want to be, like doing something that they hate, and it's like, I don't know, I'm talking to you. Like those people, like I don't know, I want to inspire people to be themselves. And like I really think like who you already are, like who you have within you, is like what you want to do. It was put there for a reason, you know what I'm saying? And so like that vision or that dream that you have, or maybe you don't even have a vision or a dream, but you just know that there's got to be more to life than what you're doing right now. And I've been there, like was there for a long time, a while. But anyway, so I finally kind of took a leap in different areas of my life. But I feel like I came out of a lot of stuff. A lot of it was like self-induced and self-imposed, just trauma and heart, just a lot of crap that like I just put on myself and that I caused. Like I blew up my life. Like I did things in my life that I knew I shouldn't have done. And if I would have taken responsibility for those things at that time, before it even happened, but I mean definitely even after it happened, like I had like multiple chances to like make it right and I just didn't. But anyways, like I think a lot of people, like, you know what you want like deep down, and you already have everything necessary to create whatever it is you want. Like you don't need to go like change a bunch of stuff. Like you need to grow into who you already are, who you were already made or created to be, if that makes sense. Like you don't need to go become someone else. Like you just need to grow up and grow into who you already are, like who you already have like inside of you. Like you need to let it out and I guess like grow into your own shoes, your own skin, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? And so I don't know, that's kind of like whether I do it through brand deals or like communities, or like building, you know, like an online community, like school or whatever with Hormozy, or if I'm doing like one-on-one coaching, online, like in-person coaching, like whatever, through the church, or just speaking, traveling, speaking on stage, like whatever it is, like I don't know. I really like I feel like there's a lot of like really awesome people out there that have like really awesome like hopes and dreams and like could do a lot more with their lives, but like they've never had anybody tell them that, and like they don't know, and I guess they don't really believe in themselves or that they could do anything more. And so I don't know, I just kind of want to help those people, like push those people over the edge, and like I don't know, get them going on like a better path, and like doing something that they actually enjoy. And it's like, I don't know, like everybody was getting into sales like a few years ago, and like I don't know, this is sales, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm selling you on this idea of believing in yourself, you know what I'm saying? And like I don't know, I feel like that's my purpose, that's my calling, that's my mission in life, is to travel, to speak, I don't know, to uplift people, I guess. But so yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to build a brand. So to do that, community speaking, all that stuff, sell something, things that I actually care about and that I believe in, that like this literally changed my life. I mean, I was in a very dark place, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I was very 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 suicidal for a while, for years. And so I don't really like to talk about this, but I was going to school, and I was in a really dark place, because I blamed a lot of people in my life for pretty much everybody, but I blamed a lot of people for a lot of things, and like my parents, like people around me, and it's like it wasn't their fault. Like I could do something about it all along, but I guess I never picked up a book. I never like actually tried anything different. I worked hard, and like, you know, in sports, at least at times, like I went through seasons where I busted it, and then I don't know, I guess something external would happen and I would just like give up, or you know, quit or whatever, because it's just easier. You know, like, but that's just dumb, and that doesn't get you anywhere in life. And so I don't want anybody doing that. Don't do that. If you have been doing that, stop doing that. Like get up in the morning, get up early, and get up with a purpose and with a mission, and be like, yo, like today's the day. You know what I mean? I gotta change my life today, change everything today. Do something about it today. Even if it's just eating something different, or eating something healthier, going for a walk, a run, like a jog, whatever it is, just do something, get up every single day and begin to change your life. And like, you literally, there's a lot, like everybody talks about, there's a lot of people that talk about the compound effect, okay? And so adding interest over time. And literally I went for a run this morning, and dude, like a month or two ago, I couldn't even hardly like run, so my knees are like jacked up from baseball. And I'm tall and lanky, and so being a catcher, like physically, I guess I'm not necessarily I overworked myself. I didn't take care of my body, and that's on me. That's my fault. Like I refused to sit in an ice bath and like ice my knees, and that's my fault. So my knees are still healing from all of that. But yeah, so that's my fault. Anyways, I take responsibility for that. See, we're getting somewhere. But anyways, where was I? My knees. Get up in the morning and so my run. I started running backwards because my knees were messed up. So I run regular a lot of times, but then I started running backwards, and I couldn't hardly do it at first because it was just I'm uncoordinated sometimes. Like it takes me a while to like catch on. I mean, with anything new, it takes you a while to get going. But anyways, I wasn't very good at it at first, running backwards, but this morning, I don't know, and the other morning, like, I noticed I was getting better at it, but this morning I was like, dang, like, I was running backwards, and I don't know, I did it for like a hot minute, and I was like, dang, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually getting kind of good at this. And so, I mean, I started that like a month or two ago, and now I can, you know, it's starting to pay off a little bit. And so, yeah, I signed up, or I got to sign up for the turkey run down at the beach in a few weeks. It's gonna be on Thanksgiving Day. So yeah, I'm doing that this year. I'm trying to get in shape for that. I've been saying for like 3 years that I'm gonna do it, but like, yeah, I'm doing it. I just told my boss the other day, I was like, I'm not working, like, I'm doing it. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna do that and eat some good stuff in the turkey this year, spend some time with the family. So anyways, my goal, 100,000 per month. So so that's my goal. Honestly, it's 100,000 per month for online coaching, all that, and build a community. So I want to build a personal brand. I need to break down exactly what that looks like every single day. We talked about that. So, who do I have to become in order to achieve this goal? And so I've already talked about that you don't need to go become someone else. Like, you do in a sense. And like when we talk about the hero's journey, like, he always leaves for a time and then he comes back and he's like someone else. You know what I'm saying? So in a sense, you need to go become yourself, or you don't even need to go. Like, you just need to become yourself. Like, you need to own your life. You need to take responsibility for it, where you are, and you need to do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And you don't need to move to the other side of the country or the world and become someone else. Like, I've done that, but it was like I was just running for myself, and I don't know. I've been confused because everyone literally talks about changing your environment, changing your surroundings. But dude, everything that I believe in and that has changed me, or for the better, and that's built who I am, I guess, is like, well, I mean, it started with the Bible, but like, that's made me into this person that I am, is like, everything is from within. And so if you have to change your environment to become a different person, then like, if you go back to the same environment, or you get put in another crappy one, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, that just means you're a product of your environment. You're still a product of your environment. And so what I believe is like, you don't need to move across the freaking country to become someone else. You just need to grow up, to own your life where you are. And like, I feel like that's a lot harder. And about maybe 2.5 months ago, I had the opportunity to move down south again. And I actually, my plan was to move down there this year, but my plan was to move down south to Miami at the end of next fall, and maybe, I'm not sure, I could see it, but I could also see something down here in at the beach here, 30A. So we'll see what happens with that. But anyways, I don't like, wherever you go, there you are. And so I don't think it has anything to do with the environment that you're in, but it's just the fact that you took responsibility for being in that environment. You know what I'm saying? And so if you're born into a certain environment growing up, it's really easy to just blame that on everything and everyone around you, because you had no choice of being there. You know what I'm saying? But like, when I went to school, to middle school in 8th grade, it was my choice to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I lied. I told my parents that, like, you know, I went. You know what I mean? It was my choice to be there. And so I made it happen. Like, it was hard and I went through a lot of crap to be there, but like, I took responsibility for that decision because it was no one's decision but mine to go to school. You know what I'm saying? And there was I had a lot of fun, but there was a lot of situations that, like, I could have blamed other people for it, and maybe I did at points, you know, especially like later on into high school and stuff. I definitely did not take responsibility for a whole lot of anything. But anyways, so at least at first, like I decided and I chose to do that. So I made the best of what it was. I had a different perspective than a lot of other people because it was my choice to be there. You know what I'm saying? If I would have been stuck here, like at the house, and been forced to, and that's what happened in high school, was like I was forced to do something that I didn't want to do. And like, I am freaking stubborn. Like, you cannot tell me to do something. Like, ask me to do it and I probably will, but like, don't force me to do something. I cannot stand that. Like, ever. But then again, so I allowed external people and things to control my mind and my reality, my perception, whatever. I blamed it on other things and other people, and I didn't take responsibility for my life. And so that's on me. I understand and I see that now. I wish I could go back. Actually, I don't. I don't want to go back, like, ever. But at the same time, if I did go back, could go back. I would definitely do it a lot differently. And yeah, I would do a lot of things different. I would treat a lot of people a lot different. I would be a different person for sure. But moving on. So, who do I have to become? You can become who you need to become right here, right now. So, what kind of person? So, you need to think about what you want out of life and in life. Do you want to become a father, a mother, a brother? Like, what kind of friend do you want to become? Do you want to have friends? Do you care about that? I do, and not in the same way that I used to. I think you definitely need people around you. You can be alone or isolated for a while. It's not good for you for long periods of time, speaking from experience. You need people around you of some sort to build you up and lift you up, and you lift them up and add value to them in their lives. And you need community. Like, you can't just spend all day on the freaking internet. Like, you can for a while, but it gets pretty old pretty fast. So you need people around you. You need to meet up and go to lunch and, you know, have dates, dinner dates, whatever. Like, you need people in your life, you know what I mean? So you need to decide what you want out of life specifically. You need to define your target, bring it close up, and like put it on your freaking vision board, your wall, so you can see it and look at it every day. Look at your goals, define your goals, break them down. And also, you need to do this, like, ask yourself, this was in his book, David Hoffman, or whatever, Hoffman is his name. But he said, you need to ask yourself why you want a goal. So this is another thing. I was like, I want to box. I want to be the best boxer on the planet. Okay, like, obviously, like, could I do it? Yeah, I think I could. Like, honestly, if I put absolutely everything, and Tate talks about this, but if I put like literally everything that I have into boxing, and like, do I think that I could beat Jake Paul? And probably, to be honest with you, like, I mean, if I put every ounce of blood, sweat, and tears I have into freaking boxing, and like, do I think that I could be the best? Yes, I do, honestly. Like, I think I could. Like, I think I could, yeah, I would gain some weight, a lot of weight, and I would be the best. Like, it would be freaking hard, and it'd take a while, but I think I could do it. But I asked myself, I was like, why do I want to do that? Honestly, like, it was like a bunch of surface level stuff. Like, I want the respect of other people that I don't even, you know what I mean, don't even talk to. Like, anyways, it was just a bunch of like very surface level, very like, I don't really want this, you know what I mean? Like, do I really? No. But here's the thing. There's a big but. I'm just kidding. Anyways, I love boxing. Like, I like to box. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I like getting hit, and I've been to some classes down there, and I like hitting people. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I be pissed off sometimes, and I'm like, dude, I just need to let it out and freaking whack somebody, you know? Like, I like bleeding. Like, I don't know what it is, but even when I played football in middle school, like, these big old freaking dudes just picking me up and slamming me, like, I thought it was fun, bro. Like, it didn't hurt. It was just like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, and so I just like little things, hop back up and like, let's go. You know what I mean? But I like it. I think it's fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy getting hit. I enjoy hitting somebody else. Like, I enjoy the challenge. I enjoy sweating. I enjoy working out. But do I want to do it for a career and for a living? I mean, like, maybe one day. I don't know. Not right now, though. Like, I want to get some money. Like, I want to build my brand, my own line, like my life. I just have other priorities in my life right now besides boxing. Like, I don't know. I might could do it one day. I don't know. I love sparring and, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I could. But, like, is that something I want to focus on right now? No. Okay. But I love jumping rope, and I've just learned, like, how to, like, do the, you know, the boxing jump rope stance or whatever. I'm, like, learning some different techniques and stuff, so for rhythm and all that stuff. But, like, it's getting me in really good shape. But do I want to focus on that Mike Tyson 24/7? No, I'm sorry, but no, I don't. Like, I would much rather do this and anyways, do that, like, on the side, you know, like first thing in the morning, like get up for an hour or two, go for a run, it's hit the bag, do some drills, some boxing, some you know, hitting the heavy bag, whatever. Like, I want to get one of those things. It's like, you know, that freaking the Creed movie, and get a lighter bag, because this just hurts my freaking hands. But I don't think it's made to hit every day. But anyways, so yeah, you need to figure out why you want each and every goal that you have. And you're probably you might start out with like 5 or 10 goals, and then you figure out, dude, you don't even want half of those. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not really, it's just kind of a wish or a hope or like a distant dream, like a dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not really like, I'm willing to die for this. Like, I'm willing to go to war for this. I'm willing to put like everything, my blood, my sweat, and my tears behind this and into this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really want to, maybe one day I'll probably learn how to play the guitar, but it's not a priority in my life right now. Like, you get like 2 to 3, maybe 4 priorities, like, max. Anything over that is just like, I think 3 is like a really good number. Anything over 3 for me is just like, it's too much going on. Like, you need 3 things that you need to focus on right now. You know what I'm saying? That's the priority in your life. Nothing else really matters. Everything else is just kind of noise and distraction. So right now, mine is my brand, my money, and my fitness, and my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, 2 of those kind of go together. My brand and money and fitness. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, that kind of goes together. My fitness, my brand, and my money is kind of, anyways, you know what I'm saying. So, what kind of person, we talked about that. What do I have to give up and sacrifice to get to the next level? And is it worth it? Because no, a lot of times in my life, there's been things, it just was not freaking worth it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, dude, I was playing ball in Kansas, and I literally, oh my God. And maybe, I think I gave up literally a centimeter before goal. Like, I literally think that I gave up, like, right before the good part. And, you know, that's on me, but I just said, I was like, dude, this is not worth it. Like, this is just, you know, and maybe I gave up too soon. I quit, whatever. But you need to figure out before you do it. You know, Jesus talks about it in the Bible. I think in Matthew, probably. The parable, he's like, you need to figure out how much is it going to cost before you start building it. So it's like a man who starts building a tower, and then he didn't pre-plan and analyze how much it was going to cost him to build it, and so he doesn't have enough money or resources or time or people or whatever it is to even finish the building, the skyscraper or whatever it was. Like, he can't finish, and so everybody's just laughing at him and mocking him. You know, he made a fool of himself. And like, I've been there a lot. It's like, even with like just things that I'm like physically building, how much are you gonna have to sacrifice? What are you gonna have to give up? Like, will it be sleep, comfort? You're gonna have to be consistent. Like, you're gonna have to become a responsible person. But like, what are you gonna have to give up in order to get the thing and get to the place, so to speak? Like, is it gonna be people in your life? To be honest, maybe you have some good people in your life, and giving that up to go to this next thing, like, it's kind of a downgrade. And like, you need to think about what you're doing, because in reality, it may not be worth it to give up this or these relationships over here to go after what you think you want. And like, I get it, you know, hindsight's a freaking it's a wanker, dude. Like, it sucks. But you know, you may not be able to see a lot of things, or some things, until after the fact, but there are a lot of things that you can prevent if you just do not make emotional decisions. And I feel like I'm talking to my younger self, like my 15-year-old self right now, dude. It's like, oh my God, it's like, there's so many scenarios and situations and things in your life that you can prevent from happening, literally, dude, if you just like stop and just think, just sit back and just think for a minute. Like, think through what you're doing and where you're going and what you want out of life. And dude, there's so much that like you can accomplish and do that like you never even imagined if you would just don't be emotional. Like, just stop, just think about it, and like really analyze the situation and think logically through things. So what is it going to cost you? How much money? How much resources? What are you going to have to give up? Relationships, people. Like, if you move across the country, like, you're probably going to lose a lot. And I know, like, don't really focus on so much like what you're losing, but just think about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you move across the country, like, you're probably not going to see a lot of the people that you see, like, a whole lot of ever again. You know what I mean? Like, it takes effort and time to like keep up with people, and you know, things fade over the years, but and sometimes that happens anyways. But my point is, like, maybe it's not time, and maybe a lot of things could be saved by just like literally thinking through like what you're doing. So anyways, what are you gonna have to give up to achieve this goal, to become this person? And is it worth it? And so at this point, yes, it's worth it for me. I don't really feel, I feel like I have everything to gain. Like, I don't really feel like I have a whole lot to give up at this point in my life. Um, my family, my relationships they're pretty good. They're pretty solid. It's taken us a while, a long time to get there. But I don't really see myself losing a whole lot, except for like things that I already don't want in my life anyways. And so it's just like, fuck, screw it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in. You know what I mean? But 5 or 10 years ago, I feel I had a lot to lose. You know what I'm saying? You need to think about what you're gonna lose and then what you're gonna gain. If you do succeed, when you do succeed, and just think about, is it worth it? Like, weigh your options. Like, just, if you're gonna be miserable 5 or 10 years from now, where you are, you should probably do something else. But like, at the same time, dude, work to change where you are and what you're doing. Like, right now, I say kind of accept where you are. Like, stop trying to run from it, and like run into who you want to be, like who you are, who you're becoming, rather than running away from like what you don't want. Just chill out, basically. But keep going and keep pushing forward. It's kind of like a paradoxology, whatever. Anyways, coexisting, but you got to figure out a balance. So anyways, take responsibility. What kind of person do you have to become? So probably to achieve your goals and go to the next level, you're gonna have to become a more responsible person. You're gonna have to take responsibility for a lot more things. And dude, that's a big thing. I have been scared to death to take responsibility for so long, and it's like, dude, why? Like, just grow up, like, just do it. And it's like, I just can't. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I don't know. But now that I'm on the other side, or getting to the other side, like, I feel like I'm on the other side of this, and I'm like, you know what, it is what it is. Like, screw it, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, so I'm on the other side. But take responsibility. You're gonna have to become a responsible and consistent and reliable person for what you want, more than likely. Chances are, now there are, even if it is someone else's fault, dude. So Hormozy talked about this. He was like, okay, so you're born with no legs, your leg doesn't work, whatever, but you want to run in a marathon. So you can either blame whoever or whatever, or whatever, and because you don't have a leg, and so you can just sit around and do absolutely nothing. Or you can go get a metal or a fake leg, like, figure out how to get it, whatever your situation is, and you start training. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, and you know what I mean? Like, well, I have this problem, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I have this, and so what? Like, what does it matter? Like, nobody cares. Like, you have to take ownership and responsibility for your own life, because like, no one else will. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they will, but it'll be what they want, not what you want. Does that make sense? So if you want to go for what you want out of life and go make your hopes and your dreams a reality, like, you have to own your life. Like, literally, bro, you can't be looking for someone else to do it, or come along and save you and pick you up and scoop you up, and the freaking fairy tale, they lived happily ever after. Like, no, this is real life, and it doesn't work that way. Okay, so you got to grow up, and you got to realize that this is the real world, and this is real things, and it's happening right now. So next, my words, the things that I do every single day, they matter. And if you live, I lived like this for so long, a while, like a good amount of time. And it's just like, I just want to have fun. Nothing matters. Screw it. It is what it is. That doesn't really get you far, dude. Like, that just leads to smoking weed, doing drugs, drinking, you know, alcohol, getting messed up every day. Like, it's just, like, I get it from the other perspective of, like, nothing matters, so just do what you want to do and, like, go for your dreams. Like, you're gonna die one day anyways. But, like, dude, to become like a CEO level thinker and person, like, your words, they have, like, your actions, they have to matter. Like, what you do and what you say on a daily basis, like, it has to have intention and purpose and conviction and like, you have to be able to, like, persuade people, like, to move the needle forward. You have to have a direction that you're going. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be out here, like, in the wind, like, la la, whatever. Like, you have to have, like, a mission and a goal in life, like a purpose. You know what I'm saying? You can't just, it doesn't matter, screw it. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be moving forward, and you have, like, to get this life, this next level that you want, you have to become a next level person. Like, you have to level up. So, like, you have to literally become the next guy or the next girl that you know you need to be. Like, you have to grow up, dude. Like, you can't stay where you are, like, mentally, like, where you are, and then get to this other life or this other level or this other girl or, like, this relationship. You know what I mean? This, like, you have to match whoever or whatever it is that you want to get to. So, consistent. Dude, you might lose sleep. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you might not be able to just lay in bed until 2 in the afternoon. Like, you might not be able to go to bed at 5:30 in the morning. Like, dude, you've got to get a routine going. And it sounds really boring at first, but honestly, dude, it has helped me so freaking much. Like, it's awesome to, like, have a routine and just, like, you know what I mean? Like, wake up and pretty much know what you're doing. And, like, every day doesn't go the same, and, like, stuff comes up and stuff happens, you know what I'm saying? But, like, for the most part, it's like, okay, I'm getting out of bed, you know, I get 5.5, 6 hours of sleep, maybe 7, and I'm like, let's go, you know what I mean? Some mornings I lay in bed for a little bit longer and think or whatever, but I did this morning. But then other days I just hop right out and I'm like, okay, I'm going to the beach, I'm going for a run, whatever it is. Being responsible for other people, that's where maturity and leadership come in, because it's a lot easier if you're responsible for yourself. You have to become responsible for yourself before you can become responsible for others. Like, you can be in a position of leadership, like, you can be a father or a husband but not be a good one, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, not, you know, like, you can be a boss but be a complete dickhead, like a wiener, you know what I'm saying? Like, try not to cuss on here, but anyways, like, you can be in a position of authority but be a complete freaking wanker, you know what I'm saying? So we need to become that person before we take the position, which that would be ideal, you know? And a lot of times, like, dude, you don't even know, and so you get in a position and you got to become the person while you're in the position. And I mean, dude, it happens. Like, I mean, it's kind of what I am. So you're gonna have to take on a lot more risk. Okay, there's a lot more risk involved in building a brand, building your dream life, going after what you want, getting more out of life. You're gonna have to risk looking foolish, like doing this stuff. You need to figure out what you want out of life, break it down, and go for it. Break it down some more, and then yeah, go for it. Be consistent, step up, take responsibility for it, and yeah, so just go for it, man.